Hello everyone, this is Bytesauce and welcome to episode 18 of FTB Unleashed. And today I want to do some auto crafting with logistics pipes. But before I do that, I want to change the colour of this room to this type of brown. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll come back with some auto crafting. So I just thought I'd mention the fact that I'm going to start doing videos more regularly, and my set schedule is going to be on a Monday and a Thursday. So I'm going to upload 2 videos a week to begin with. Another 2 dates, the Monday and the Thursday, and then hopefully I can add to that schedule when I need to. So yeah, I created a little room off here and I'm going to put some stuff in here, but I will come back with the stuff that I need. So back in a bit. So the first thing I want to do is break this pipe and put a basic logistics pipe there you go. And then I want to get my crafting logistics pipe and give it a quick wrench, and I want to tell it that if it sends 2 oak logs, then it will get 2 impregnated sticks. So it sends it straight into here and it will get 2 impregnated sticks. Now to test that, what we need to do, run upstairs and stick. If we remove all the ones, it now comes up as a crafting recipe. Now if we say request 10 and quickly run downstairs, you can see that it's got 10 in it, and it's creating the sticks and pulling them straight back out. So to autograph things, there's 2 ways of doing it, and one of them is this thing, which is an auto workbench. Now if I put in the items and then I double them up, it will start to craft, but it is really slow. And I don't want to wait, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig through this wall here, and I'm going to get one of, where has it gone? One of these, a Cyclic assembler. Now this is a block from thermal expansion, and it does require some power. So if I get up here, I'm going to run the power from over here all the way down there, and I'm also going to hook up my logistics system from over there and then hook it down there too. So I'm going to do that off camera. It's going to be pretty boring. And then I'll come back and I'll show you how to use this cyclic assembler. So I've connected the power up, and I've also connected up the logistics pipe system. And then if I just throw on a crafting logistics pipe and give it a quick wrench and tell it that 8 sticks and a piece of string will create something for the output. Now I need to actually craft one because I don't have one spare, so what I do is I open this up, I throw in the blank schematic up here, and then I tell it that in this window 8 sticks and a piece of string will craft one of these, an impregnated frame. Hit the check mark, it'll assign it to the schematic, and then all you need to do is throw in 8 impregnated sticks and a piece of string, and you get an impregnated frame. And see how quick that was to craft. So, cool little animation as well. So that way, it'll craft a lot faster. And the reason I actually changed all of this room over is simply because I can put a facade on there. So, yeah, all that work to make it look slightly neater. So that's basically how you craft. Or one way of crafting with logistic pipe system. Now to test this, if I run upstairs quickly, all the way up, and I have a look in here, type in frame, as you can see I have a crafting recipe for this. So if I give it a click begin, and quickly run downstairs, it should send, oh no, obviously there's available sticks, so it'll send it all the way down here. Oh, there it goes. It's already been sucked out, drawn straight back over, and thrown into my AA system. So, hopefully I'll type in frame. There we go. 1 crafted frame. Pretty cool. Anyway, I've got a few other things to do, including catching up what I did last episode. So I'm going to tidy up the rest of the place, and I'll come back. So between episodes, I've been breeding bees quite a lot. And if you remember in the last episode, I planted all these trees around the back of the bee room, and there was a reason for that, which I will show you. Now, if you look at all of these, they all look pretty normal until I craft up one of these. Hold on, where's it gone? There it is. some of these, some spectacles. So, nice little pair of glasses, and if I just pop them on, I look spiffing, and you might have noticed some of the leaves have actually changed colour. Now, what they actually do is they highlight the trees that may have been crossbred by the bees. So, I need to craft something else as well, which I've got the stuff here, one of these, a grafter. Now, as you know, when you break normal leaves on a tree, there's a chance that you'll get a sapling, which is all well and good when you're just getting a few saplings, but when you definitely need the sapling, in the case of these, you want to use one of these, a grafter. So, if you break the leaf with this, you get a sapling, but as you can see, it's a little bit different. It says unknown geome below it. Now, we're going to need something else to figure out what this is, but before then, we've got to collect all these up. As you can see, some of them are a little bit different. There's a silver lime sapling. See, that's a little bit different. That's not a vanilla tree. So, I'm going to gather all these up. There's been quite a lot, as you can see. A lot have changed. So I'm going to gather them all up, and then I'll come back with a tool to show you what it's all about. Now, I'm crafting up myself one of these things. Well, I'll give it away. It's a treealyzer, basically. It does the same as a beealyzer. It needs honey drops as well, so it sort of works the same way. But instead of being bees that it analyzes sapling. What we can do is we can analyze each of the saplings. Now, normally you just get something like this, which is a jungle apple oak sapling. So it's basically a jungle tree and an apple oak in the one, which, to be honest, doesn't really have much use to it. It's pretty useless, but you can end up breeding, say, a jungle tree that produces apples, or an apple tree that can hold cocoa beans. So you can crossbreed them if you wanted to breed into something special. But I'm more interested in stuff like this, which is a common beech. Now, this is a new species of tree specifically added by forestry, or this could actually be part of extra trees. So you have a random chance of getting something like this as well, which is silver lime. So you have a random chance of getting a different type of tree, and then you just plant these up and crossbreed them into other things, and then you can eventually end up with something quite cool. So what do you do with the new saplings, you might ask? Well, what I'm actually after is one of these, a walnut tree, and that's because the fruit it produces, a walnut, it gives you a lot more seed oil when you squeeze it than a seed does. So to get one of these, as you can see, this thing tells you basically a silver lime and a hill cherry have a 10% chance of creating a common walnut. So a hill cherry will be created using a silver lime tree and an apple oak or a silver birch. So what I'm going to do is get all my silver lime trees and basically plant them all up. Let's get rid of that. All around, and then grow it. And that's what a silver lime looks like. Now, you can actually get different size ones of these. This seems like a standard one. But then they'll basically do the same thing as the other leaves do, where they'll eventually mutate, and there's a chance that the leaf will mutate into a hill cherry. So I'm going to keep doing that, off camera mainly, so I can get myself a walnut tree. Now, I've actually been doing bees as well, and I've come quite far. I've actually managed to get myself a noble queen and a industrious queen, as well as all lower derivatives of it. So that's pretty cool. Now, the reason I wanted these was they produce different things. Like this dripping comb has a chance of producing honeydew when you centrifuge it, and this bee produces pollen. So these are two things that I want, but rather than manually taking out the queen and the drone and putting it back into the system, I want to automate it. So I'm going to grab some items, and then I'm going to come back. Off camera, I've created myself some apris pipes. Now, what these are made of is diamond pipe and 2 propolis, which is the reason I had the jungle bees going in these 3 apris. It was to create the combs that have a chance of getting propolis. Now, to automate these, I basically want 5 wooden pipes, and I've got 5 autarkic gates, which I'm going to throw in the end as well, like so. And then for each of these, I want to, let's just dig below here. That's going to be a problem. That's be fine. Oh, that grew back fast. Dig all that out of the way. And then we've got golden pipe. And I also want a pipe plug. So golden pipe, a pipe plug. Another golden pipe. All the way along. Like this. And finally a golden pipe there. Now if we jump down here, I dug out this little area off camera. And what we want to do is clear all the dirt from underneath these. And then place the Apris pipes onto all of these. Now what's going to happen is the autoclick gate is one that's activated, going to pull out the bees and the combs from the apiary. It's going to come down here and it's going to meet this pipe. Now these act like diamond pipes where they are assigned rules of which way to send stuff. But these are a little bit different in the fact that if you click on an empty hand or a brick or something, they have a slightly different interface. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to send the bees straight back up through the white pipe, which you can just about see on this one at least. So on the white column I click any bees. Now unlike a diamond pipe, this doesn't have to specify what type of thingy it does. So rather than on a diamond pipe where you have to put every single type of species and every single type of bee, this will just do any bee. Now it'll send all the bees that it can straight up into the apiary, which it'll basically place the princess into the top slot and then the drone into the bottom slot. And if another drone can fit on top, it will stack. If it can't, it will send the bee into the next direction, which is anything. So anything comes along, goes up. If it can't fit in there, it will come along into the green slot. Now I want to send this one into here, and then I want to send all of these basically down into the middle. And then eventually I want to send this middle one all the way along here, all the way down. Get rid of these two. And to here. Now at this point I want another Apris pipe, and here I've got my indexer, that's the one, which I'm going to connect to this side, and to this side I'm actually going to place a chest. So all the way along, and I'm going to place the chest on top there. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to send any extra bees that it gets down the green path, so again with the thing, any bees, and anything else into the yellow path. So if the bees all go this way, they should all fit into that, and then anything else will go into here and then eventually go into the chest. So I'm going to configure all of these off camera, and then I'll show you it in process. All of these are ready, so all I need to do is, as you can see, there is a princess and 4 unweary drones into this, but they're all stacked, so they should basically just stack on top of this. And then what I want to do is click this on. It will pull out all the bees. You'll see them go down into this pipe, and then into this pipe, and then if I quickly jump, as you see, it's pulling the combs out first, so they're going along here, straight down here. They're actually just getting spewed out because I forgot to put the chest on, but that's fine, I'll pick them up in a bit. And then eventually it will pull out, let's see, it will pull out the unweary drones and the princess and put them straight back in, which they will breed together to create a queen, and the process will start all over again. As you can see with this one, I've manually bred these together because I wanted it to become purebred. And if I turn this on, it will pull out. What's it pulling out first? Let's see. It's pulling out the combs first, and then the pollen, and then the extra bee shouldn't fit into the slot above, so it'll go up here and then continue right down this path. And as you can see, it just about turned into here and is now stored somewhere in my indexer. So that's what happens to any extra bees. Notice my quarry had finished, so I'm going to move it. But that's about it for episode 18. Leave a comment about what you'd like to see me build in future episodes. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.